guys, and today I made the law in The Sims 4. So to start, I made Lettuce. Now Lettuce was interesting because when looking at the Minecraft skin, it's a little hard to convert that into a person, so I ended up just going kind of based off of a red panda or a fox. I'm not exactly sure which one Lettuce is, but red pandas are my favorite animal, and I wanted to do kind of something based off of that. So to actually get started, I did some work on the face. Now something with The Sims 4 that I noticed with this sim in particular, the face just looked really weird. Like something about the facial structure was just not natural. And so I ended up fixing it and it still looks a little odd to me. But I was like, let me just add some hair and accessories, maybe it'll look better. Once I found a good enough hair, I did end up liking his face a little bit more. Then of course I went in with some freckles and then also some ears. I ended up choosing ears that have piercings on them because I think it's super cute and, you know, why not? Then I went in with the kind of eyelash things that Lettuce has around his eyes. I'm not really sure what they are, but you know, I wanted to include them because I guess I want to make it as accurate as possible, but I also want to make my Sims unique as possible because I don't want to have just 30 of the same people running around my Sims world. And then I gave some little fangs to go with the kind of fox-like whatever it is. Contemplated giving a crown or a little sprout, but ended up not working with the ears. It ended up glitching them and like making them a different color. So I gave some regular earrings that wouldn't change the color of that. And then I also went through a couple accessories to see what would look good. I found this cape thing that kind of mimics the cloak that Lettuce has on, and so then I found a shirt that worked with it. And I ended up really liking the outfit. I think it's super cute. Honestly, for as hard it was to make an animal into a human form, I'm actually really happy with this. I mean, I think they look super cool like this. I added a little bit of makeup just to like enhance their face a little bit, and then this is the final product. I think it's pretty cool. I finished up by giving some boots that were black, and then I picked the aspirations. I also did pick all the other outfits, but I cut that out because it's a little boring. And then after that, I started on Loppezz. Now, Loppezz is this kind of alien cat, so I ended up making her an alien, which does mean that I had to make two separate forms. And what's annoying about this one, in comparison to the vampire or the mermaid, which are the two I have to completely redo the human form. So I had to basically make her twice, which was a little bit annoying, but you know, it's fine. I found this super cute hair, and then of course I added cat ears on. I was going through a couple different options I had. I ended up settling with these, of course pink, and then I had to recreate the outfit. It's a kind of like blue long sleeve crop top shirt, which I actually have for my zombie Cleo, so this worked out perfectly. And then of course the blue shorts. It was hard to find a good color match, but you know, it's close enough. And then I went through seeing if I could add like a little more texture to her body, but nothing ended up looking good. So then I continued with the alien thing, gave a little alien antenna thing at the top there. And then of course went through some accessories and makeup just to see if I could do anything, add anything, see what would look good. Didn't end up finding anything besides cat whiskers, which are actually not on the alien form, so I had to only put them on the human form. I will skip through me making the human form because it's basically the exact same thing as the alien form. So this is a super sped up version of me making her into a human. Honestly, I think it's pretty cute. This is me picking aspirations, and then I moved on to Ace. I know, he's not actually a real YouTuber, and this whole thing is me making YouTubers into The Sims. However, I do occasionally make characters if I particularly enjoy a character. I really enjoyed Ace's character, so I decided to make him. I also have a couple other characters in this world. Most of them are from the Dream SMP, and I also have one from Empire Season 1, which is Scott Major's evil brother, but in his human form, or I guess his elf form. But anyways, Ace's form is basically just complete black, brown hair, and a yellowy outfit with white eyes. It was really hard to find the colors for the outfit actually. I don't know why that was the biggest struggle I had. It was actually so difficult to find. But then I just finished up with some makeup and accessories just to make him look less boring, I guess. Made him have little alien antennas too, just because I like those. I think they're cute. I'm basically done with him at this point. I was just scrolling through looking for accessories. I ended up giving him this one. See if you can guess why he gets the halo. But anyways, this is the final look at everybody. Honestly, I'm pretty happy. I did end up changing their heights, just because I can. But I think they all look really good. Even though the alien form and the human form were really annoying to switch in between, I think she looks good in both forms. So then I loaded them into my game. Of course, when loading into a game, what do my Sims immediately go do? Yeah, they immediately flirted with each other. And it didn't even end up working. They all flirted with each other and then were all really embarrassed and awkward, and it was so bad. I wish they would stop doing this. So then I went to build them a house. I ended up getting curious to see if anyone else has made unstable SMP Sims. Searching up unstable just gave me mentally unstable Sims, so probably not a good choice to search up. I realized I probably should have clicked include custom content because there might have been some that I just didn't see because custom content wasn't included. But I did find this Wembu house, which is genuinely the funniest thing I've ever seen. I love this so much. Whoever made this, you are hilarious for that. It's beautiful. Once they were actually loaded in and moved into their house, I decided, you know what, let me get Loppezz a job. And I actually have the Get to Work expansion pack. I've had that one for years. So I'm like, oh, what would be a good career for Loppezz? If you only know Loppezz from Unstable, or don't know Loppezz at all and are just watching this video for fun, he was in charge of this faction called the Law. So obviously something with criminal justice is perfect. But also, fun fact, Loppezz is studying criminal justice in real life. Me too, actually. That's me and Twin. But anyways, I'm gonna show you basically 2 full days in the workforce as a police officer as I attempt to get Loppezz promoted. Now, as we load in, I have a little bit of voiceover from as I was playing, so if I sound a little stupid, that's because I'm sped up. I did speed it up because it would take 30 minutes to show you all the footage of this, and I skipped some of the more useless segments. But let's get started. So first of all, we had to actually travel to a crime scene and investigate. Now, crime scenes happen at Sims houses, and because the Sims world is entirely my Sims, this was one of my Sims houses. I don't know whose still, but there's a couple Sims here that I recognize. Joey Graceffa? No. Basically what I have to do here is investigate all these little things on the ground that aren't supposed to be there. You gotta click on them, go take pictures, take fingerprint evidence, and then of course talk to Joey Graceffa about a crime he witnessed. I'm not really sure what crime went on here. Things are broken, there's clothes on the ground. What happened? I just kind of clicked on everything that I could and made sure that he was taking as many pictures as possible because I wanted to get him investigating. I was also looking around the house to see if I could recognize whose it was. I'm still not entirely sure. Theo? And yes, that is Theo from the K-pop boy group P1 Harmony. If you know me from my TikTok, you've seen my profile picture is this random guy that is a member of P1 Harmony, and my favorite member. You should go stream their new album, it was really good. But anyways, after we collect the last piece of evidence, we have to go back to the police station and analyze that evidence to try and find out some information about the suspect. What are they suspect for? I don't know. I guess breaking and entering? But anyways, so I set Loppezz up to do some analyzing, and it takes a really long time. So I'm looking around the police station, I'm seeing some of my own Sims. AMC TV is the receptionist. And then also, Chandler and Carl from Mr. Beast both work here. So, I guess in this world Mr. Beast videos failed or something. The first piece of evidence gave nothing, so we had to analyze a second piece of evidence, which actually takes a really long time. Rendog showed up as a civilian needing to make a police report. It was fun seeing him. I love his sim, he's so cute. Anyways, we finished with the evidence because I skipped through it because it took a really long time. And then once we were done that, it basically just told me file that evidence on the computer. There were no open computers, so I had to kick somebody off of their computer. After that, it was just some nonsense task till his day was done, so I ended up skipping that and just taking him home. Well, at home... Oh my god. Who? What happened? Oh my god. Bro, Oh. They were prepared. Good job, guys. That is not enough money. After that incident, we went back to work for day 2, which is where we get to go on patrol. Now, patrol is basically your sim goes to this random area and all the surrounding sims are all upset and fighting, and you have to write one of them up for something, littering, fighting, and they fight really easily. Everybody's always so upset. So we load in, and immediately, Lagundo, Weefies, and Jack Manifold are all there. And I go to talk to Weefies as Lagundo and Jack Manifold start fighting. Now this is where I can give someone a citation, so I give it to the winner because, you know, Jack suffered enough. He got beat up. And this was actually the only task, so as soon as I'm done that, I'm good. But as I'm giving it to him, Weefies and Jack Manifold start fighting. And Jack loses again. Anyways, then we head back to the station because my job there is done. We did not prevent any fights. Jack Manifold got beat up 2 times in front of us and we did nothing. But hey, that's above my pay grade. They just told me to write someone up. After that, we get to issue APB, which basically means we get to go arrest someone. And they gave us a couple clues about who the suspect was, but I don't think they were good enough clues because I still don't know if I arrested the right person. So when we load in, it tells me check my notebook to look at all the details of who it is, and then I struggle to find my notebook. I promise I play The Sims a lot. I know what the notebook is. I can find it. Once I do end up finding it, it tells me young adult, female, blouse, and hates kids. How am I supposed to know that someone hates kids? There's no kids around. I also don't know what a blouse is. I'm like really bad at telling that apart, so I didn't really know who it was. I wonder who could be a bad person. There's no way it's Robin Banks. Spoiler alert, it wasn't Robin Banks. I don't think she's wearing a blouse. I still don't actually know though. I ended up arresting one of the women just because the other 2 both said, "Isn't that her over there?" Maybe. I think so. So I arrest this lady, and I didn't get to interrogate her or anything when I go back to the police station, so I don't know if it is her. But hey, I tried my best. After that, it was just a bunch of random tasks till I finished my workday, and once I did finish my workday, we did get that promotion. Working our way up in the ranks. Soon, police chief captain. But anyways, that will be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. If you all enjoy this series of having Let Us Work, I can definitely do more episodes, but next week I plan to do more Create a Sim. Feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments, and come follow me on TikTok if you already don't. Bye!